Yeah, October 7th was awful. Absolutely.
Obviously.
Terrible attack. But also, what they've done to Gaza is insane.
It's insane.
And if you can't see that, if you can't say that, and your response is, Israel has the right to defend itself. Like, what are you talking about? Against what? Children?
Right.
Against women and children that are getting blown apart? Against aid workers that are getting killed? It's insane.
Guess what, Ted? We're not following your orders. No one's following your orders anymore other than the coward, corrupt politicians and the coward, corrupt mainstream media. For the rest of us, no quarter given. And yes, I would love to have Benjamin Netanyahu on the Young Turks. We're very happy to give him a fair interview. Okay, come on this show.
Joe Rogan just destroyed Benjamin Netanyahu and totally humiliated his son as well as Benjamin Netanyahu himself for asking to come on his podcast. So in today's video, we will go through how Cenk, Uygur and Kasparian discussed this on the Young Turks and all the blatant lies Benjamin Netanyahu is spreading against Palestine and Gaza. So let's start the video.
Why do they say Israel's like starving the people of Gaza?
Well, because we're trying to get the food in and we let food trucks in, and guess what happens when we let them in? Hamas steals the food, takes the good chunk for itself, then they jack up the prices, and then they sell the food to its population.
And no one wants to talk about it. And if you do talk about it, you're anti-Semitic, which is so strange. Like, I don't know how they wrangled that.
And now, thanks to Benjamin Netanyahu's eldest son, we've learned that Rogan allegedly refused to have Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on his podcast to essentially spew his lies and propaganda. And if this story is confirmed to be true, I commend Joe Rogan for having moral clarity on this. Now, Fox News posted a headline on X reading that Joe Rogan claims Hunter Biden could be president, insists he's more intelligent than most people think. And in response to that, Netanyahu's son, Yair Netanyahu, wrote this. Great wake-up call for conservatives to remember Joe Rogan is not a conservative. He gave platform to every single neo-Nazi anti-Semite on this plant. I guess he meant planet, but he refused to have my father on his show because he knows that he doesn't stand a chance against him. And all those years of anti-Semitic propaganda will go to waste. Is that why Netanyahu refuses interviews with people who actually know what they're talking about?
Literally, you can see Kasparian absolutely roasting Netanyahu and his son in one line, saying that Netanyahu is actually afraid to face people who truly know that what they are doing. Because if Netanyahu comes on Joe Rogan's podcast and knowing the kind of person Joe Rogan is, Rogan would expose him completely. And what you saw from Netanyahu's son, the Twitter post, the allegations he made against Joe Rogan, it's pretty clear those come out of frustration after being rejected from the podcast. But honestly, Joe Rogan doesn't give a single shit about his Twitter or the post. Guys, let me know in the comments if you agree with me. I would really like to know your opinion on this. So let's continue the video.
Boys, we'll get to that in just a second, but Cenk, thoughts?
Okay, so first off, who the hell are you? You're not a citizen of this country. Oh, so the Nepo baby son of the terrorist Benjamin Netanyahu, who has killed 50 times the civilians of Hamas, 500 times the children that Hamas killed, would demand that Rogan sit down and be lectured to by the prime minister of a different government. Oh, are you demanding it? And are you calling him an anti-Semite because you think that'll work and that'll scare Rogan or any of us? Brother, you missed the memo. We don't give a crap anymore. We don't give a damn who you call an anti-Semite. That might work with your buddies in mainstream media who do your propaganda and who run scared of little bitches like you. But you and your terrorist father will be given no quarters by any real media in this country. I'm not talking about the Nelk Boys milking Netanyahu on camera. I'm not talking about mainstream media who will ask him, oh, can you please tell us who the anti-Semites are so we could fire them for opposing a genocide? I mean, you're only starving children to death, right? But beloved Israel, how much more money can we give you? Hey, Yair, or whatever your stupid name is, okay? We don't owe you anything. Israel has taken over $300 billion from America. You owe us. Where's my $300 billion? I want it back. You're using our money to starve children to death and have killed 59,000 at a bare minimum, 20,000 children at a bare minimum? And you think you could order us around? Hey, Rogan, sit down and be lectured to. And I'm sure Theo Von, Tim Dillon, all of us, right? Oh, we are the great Israelis, and you must follow our orders.
I really want to thank Cenk Uygur for dismantling Netanyahu's son, because this guy is completely out of his mind. He seriously thinks someone like Joe Rogan would just invite his father onto the podcast just because he asked? Bro, even Donald Trump had a hard time getting on Rogan's show. Bro, are you crazy? Do you even know who Joe Rogan is? And by the way, posting propaganda on Twitter and trying to attack Joe Rogan, do you really think anyone gives a damn or anyone gives a f about your tweets? Guys, let me know, is this kid is on some kinds of illegal substance? Because honestly, I'm starting to have serious doubts about whether his brain is working properly or not. Let's continue the video.
Guess what, head? We're not following your orders. No one's following your orders anymore other than the coward, corrupt politicians and the coward, corrupt mainstream media. For the rest of us, no quarter given. And yes, I would love to have Benjamin Netanyahu on the Young Turks. We're very happy to give him a fair interview. Okay, come on this show and be a real interview, okay? But if you want to go on and get milked by a bunch of weak soy boys, that's up to you, man. Okay, but none of us men and women of character and moral integrity are interested in your terrorist propaganda.
Now, the Nelk Boys were not as discerning as Joe Rogan is, and did host Benjamin Netanyahu on their platform, where he proceeded to engage in the same lies and propaganda that you would expect from a war criminal. And if you didn't manage to catch any of that, here is a snippet from the Full Send podcast.
Why do they say Israel's like starving the people of Gaza?
Well, because we're trying to get the food in, and we let food trucks in, and guess what happens when we let them in? Hamas steals the food, takes the good chunk for itself. Then they jack up the prices, and then they sell the food to its population, to its hungry population, if they give them at all. And then use the money that they take from their own people to recruit more killers into their terror machine.
Guys, can you see the lies? Like, seriously, how confidently can someone lie straight into the camera and expect the world to just believe it? Netanyahu just said that Hamas is stealing food meant for Palestine civilians, and that Israel is the one allowing aid to enter Gaza.
Because we're trying to get the food in, and we let food trucks in.
Excuse me? Are we living in the same reality? This is the same government that has bombed bakeries, flattened aid convoys, blocked trucks for weeks, and literally turned food into a weapon, and now they want to play the good guy? Bro, who are you fooling? Children are starving, babies are dying, hospitals are begging for supplies, and Netanyahu is out here acting like they are the ones trying to help. No, bro, this isn't help. Let me ask you something. How can you claim to be letting food in when you control every border, every checkpoints, every second of the siege, and still let people rot? Then you point the finger at Hamas and say they are stealing food as if it's some street level gang heist.
Hamas steals the food, takes the good chunk for itself. Then they jack up the prices, and then they sell the food to its population.
This is not just gaslighting, this is genocide marketing, Netanyahu. You have to understand. And let's not forget, Netanyahu's own son was crying online, acting like Joe Rogan should invite his war criminal dad onto the podcast. Are you out of your mind? Joe Rogan didn't even invite Trump, and you think he's gonna give a platform to guy whose actions are being called out by the entire global south? Bro, my respect goes to Joe Rogan for not turning his podcast into a propaganda machine for murderers and war criminals. And guys, I need your point of view on this one. Do you think Joe Rogan made the right decision by keeping these criminals off his show? Or do you think this is just the beginning of a massive PR campaign to whitewash war crimes? Let me know what you think in the comments. And guys, I'm just 200 subscribers away from hitting that 1000 subscribers. I need your support. Hit that subscribe button, and it's a humble request to each and every one of you. Let's grow this community that speaks the truth. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.